Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, HarlequinCoHO, and I hope you are ready for some Company of Heroes Online. So, today's replay is pretty cool. This just arrived hot off the presses into my inbox, not even on GameReplays.org yet, so nice little exclusive peek here. I will be uploading it later and providing a link. But what we have here is going to be JohnyCrypton versus AFKNinja. Now, AFKNinja is currently the number 2 armor player, like straight up number 2 armor player, and JohnyCrypton is the number 2 Terror Commander, so this should be a really good game here. I'll get this started, and, I've had a chance to look at some of JohnyCrypton's games, and I really enjoyed them, and so I like this game because it gives me an opportunity to kind of see the same matchup again from a different point of view. We saw him playing against Armor Knife, who was the armor version of the top infantry player. So I thought I'd just check this out and see what's going on. So first off, let's take a look at AFKNinja. You can see here he goes right away to get this munitions point next to his base. And here we have the charismatic engineers. If you're not familiar with these gentlemen, well, they have all sorts of cool abilities, like they can heal and things like that. But there are 5 of them. That's the distinguishing feature there. And you can see them kind of power building this barracks right away. In a sort of similar manner, JohnyCrypton went and built his Wehrmacht quarters right away, and then but he sent his second guys, the field pioneers, out here to cap this fuel point. So, indubitably a bunch of Volks coming out right now, probably even bargain Volks. And you can see now that the charismatic engineers have finished that, and a regular rifleman squad is coming out. They're moving around just to kind of cap left and right of the base here. So, moving on out now, trying to secure this early fuel point. This is a point of contention at times, sometimes on this map. So I do like seeing people grab that sort of stuff. So anyhow, this is a pretty common standard map, and if you haven't been watching too many replays, go check some of the stuff out that's out there, because there's tons and tons and tons of games on this map. Very popular map. So here we have JohnyCrypton's bargain Volksgrenadiers capping this regular old point in front of his base. So far, both players more or less expanding outward in the same sort of way, but you can see it looks like AFKNinja opting to grab this slightly disconnected fuel point here in order to reconnect it later. But like I said, a lot of people like to fight over that early on, so just a little bit of kind of noodling around here. And we'll take a look at the overhead on the map here, just so you can get a good picture of where everybody's going and what's going on and that sort of thing. But nothing too extraordinary here, but it is worth noting that JohnyCrypton has got his bargain Volksgrenadiers out, and then he immediately followed it up with an accomplished motorcycle. And if you recall, this is exactly what we saw him do in the game versus Armor Knife. So I guess this is an opening he likes, perhaps versus armor players, or maybe just in general, because there's not a whole lot different between armor and normal people early on, that sort of thing. So looks like he is scaring away successfully all of these engineers. They're going to have to go home. That's what bikes are really good at, by the way. Early motorcycle harassment is just fantastic at taking out random engineers who are just trying to cap stuff that's a little bit too far away. So, charismatic engineers here, again, overwhelming with their numbers, 5 versus 2, able to take out, scare off those pioneers there. So the pioneers are heading home. Motorcycle just kind of patrolling around, getting an idea what's out there, and just generally providing some good scouting and sighting and things like that. So I do like seeing, motorcycles used well early on. So what do we have here? Let's take a look at AFKNinja's army items, and we will see that he does have weapon accuracy 6%, 20% sight range, and armor by 6% for his riflemen. I think that those are fantastic army items. A little bit of skirmishing going on here between this accomplished motorcycle and some riflemen, that sort of thing. But I do really think that those rifleman upgrades are really awesome, especially for armor players who just have to rely on riflemen all the time. I almost always say get all 4 of these and get the sticky bomb range. He may very well have sticky bomb range, you just can't see it until he's actually researched sticky bombs. So, and now we'll see JohnyCrypton here planting a little bit of barbed wire. I think he had bigger things in mind, but got into fighting and just backed away right away. You can see he's backed up here by a heavy machine gun team, as well as the accomplished motorcycle and the bargain Volksgrenadiers here now. Everybody is just kind of fighting out like crazy. I do like seeing all of that. A little bit of firing going on here, just kind of normal posturing, but you can see the nice combination here between bargain Volksgrenadiers and accomplished motorcycles. But whoa, check it out, AFKNinja being really sneaky, making sure he spends his first 50 munitions right away on flame engineers. Really nice little deciding factor there, and you can see this accomplished motorcycle now taking a severe amount of damage, kind of backing away. Luckily no damaged engine or anything like that. And now just this suppressing fire here from the heavy machine gun team is causing these engineers to have to retreat. But that's kind of cool early game. I like seeing that. Pioneers now recapping this point, but AFKNinja is on the ball and going to kind of press into them a little bit here with his riflemen. More riflemen moving out, and AFKNinja, as you can well guess, he's going for 2 engineers and 4 riflemen. I'm sure there's a 4th one building, or building soon once he gets the money. Yep, there we go. Wilson's rifleman. Hey, look at that. He was getting the expensive one. So totally on the ball with his build order there. Pretty much 4 rifleman squads and 2 engineers is like your standard rifleman opening. So that's looking pretty good. Just to kind of vary things up, let me change to JohnyCrypton and note the map color switches. And we have these bargain Volks Grenadiers now just kind of chasing around the charismatic engineers. You can see these pretty wounded riflemen here. They're going to start taking casualties. They're pretty low on hit points there. And here we have the Fatherland HMG team totally set up in friendly territory and just laying into these guys. Wow. Thank God AFKNinja knows how to retreat and retreat right away because he took almost no casualties to that. Looks like 1, 2 guys there. So that's pretty good. Fatherland HMG team, again, if you're not familiar with it, look how fast they move. Look how speedy those gentlemen are in friendly territory. They get all sorts of buffs when they're in friendly territory, including range and accuracy and things like that, but also movement speed and health regen, that sort of stuff. Oh no, Mr. Accomplished Motorcycle, look out! He's completely surrounded by riflemen! How did you get into this predicament? Go, go, go! Drive! Drive! So he's taking off right now. Damaged engine! Oh no, he's just going to kind of squeak along here. Let's see if he's going to make it. I really don't think he's going to make it. Oh god, Mr. Motorcycle. Look out. Beep, beep. Oh, and there he goes. But a little sniper there getting a revenge shot on these riflemen. It looks like that these riflemen were considering taking out that sniper, but of course the Fatherland HMG team with its humongous range is just going to lay down some fire on those guys. I like that. Even with this huge distance, you get to see the combination between sniper and heavy machine gun team. So that's pretty cool. Bargain Volks Grenadiers chilling out, taking this precious munitions point here. This is the high munitions point just to the left of the southern player's base. And here we have Wilson's Rifleman with my all-time favorite, Bazooka Joe. You go, Bazooka Joe. Anyhow, so you can see, by the way, Inspired Zeal active, and I'm going to watch JohnyCrypton for a little bit just because he's going to have the most abilities to use early on, given that it is an armor commander he is fighting. And while we have time, let me go ahead and point out some of the abilities. So like I said, Inspired Zeal, Terror Officer. Oh god, I love JohnyCrypton's ability to use Terror Officers. They're fun. You know, Terror Officers, you don't always see them get used, but when they get used, they're a real fan favorite. I love those guys. Forced Retreat, Firestorm Rocket Barrage, and King Tiger. That's pretty cool. Forced Retreat is the only one. Sometimes I see people get Propaganda, but really against infantry players and stuff like that, Forced Retreat can be awesome. So that's what we have there. And everything is totally standard for, I can guarantee you everything's going to be totally standard for AFKNinja. Look at this nice machine gun coverage here, by the way. This building is just awesome. And check this out, by the way. What's going on right here? We have a single set of mines here by AFKNinja right at the door to enter this building. It looks like maybe this machine gun team came in through the rear door, but that's pretty awesome. Just a little take advantage of the physics of the building that you're fighting around in, because remember that units don't just jump into buildings; they actually do walk right in through the doors. So a little bit of defensive stuff going on there. But like I was saying, AFKNinja, standard armor layout here. I think almost every armor player should have this. Armor Bounty, HVAP, Self-Repair, Sherman Calliope, and Pershing. Nothing too fancy there, but look at what's going on here. And again, I just want to pause and just kind of observe this battlefield and see what things are looking like here. So you can see JohnyCrypton being really, really defensive. Now, these Field Pioneers at level 3, they can plant these crippling traps. And you can see they've got crippling traps and just kind of mines everywhere. So you can see he's already getting into a really serious defensive position here. And crippling traps, by the way, are free, so just drop them wherever. They just have a cooldown. And check it out, here's another crippling trap over here. We'll see these riflemen if they're going to bop onto that or not. Oh, will they get it? Oh, and it totally pins them and interrupts their capping of that point. Really awesome. Anyhow. So, riflemen here stabbing northward here on the left-hand side of the map. And really just a lot of kind of defensive posturing going on. But look at all of these munitions that JohnyCrypton is spending. I do like that. That's kind of clever. You can see he's just going for solid control. And we saw in the game earlier between him and Armor Knife that he opted just to hold on very firmly to 2 points. He didn't try to grab the entire map, but hopefully we'll see some more of that this game. So AFKNinja now moving into this unfriendly territory and, oh, hitting the mine right away. It looks like 2 gentlemen were taken out by that mine. Charismatic Engineers doing a little bit of healing there. And now the Sniper's got some nice crossfire on these guys too. So Sniper, we do have the Distinguished Grenadiers here. These are a green quality item, by the way. I didn't point them out last time. I believe they have hit points, extra hit points, and a few things like that, but they have elite armor is kind of their distinguishing level 5 feature. So I don't know why he gets those, honestly. They're just kind of regular, but, you know, they're tough. Look at all this crossfire going on here. The battlefield right now is just really complicated in terms of his control over the center. And again, I'm pausing it just because I like to analyze how players take advantage of certain maps, but I think this is very important here to note. So we've got the Fatherland HMG team here covering this one path of entry here. The southern path was all mined up. It currently isn't, but he had, you know, pretty good mines and traps and things that you can see. Even these retreating troops just hit this mine. Over here in no man's land, this path on the way in is covered with mines, but also has a machine gun in the building. He has really, really dominant control over the center of this map right now, and the game has just started, but these are little details to appreciate, and I do like them. So AFKNinja is sure to get on out of there. He realizes he was kind of caught between some cross